We've all heard Callie repeat over and over how she has never seen such darkness as she saw right before Christmas in 2021. I'm going to show you everything that happened in chronological order. Strap in and join me for this special holiday journey. November 15th, 2021. The infamous demonetized stream airs.
Shay, I know you're joking, but my chat knows the severity of, and you of all people should know. I'm just trying to be responsible. Like, I'm kikiing joking, but I mean, I get it, Shane, but like, if I take something seriously, I would hope that you would take it seriously too. But like, reacting to Chantal, dude. Goodness.
Callie, welcome to Record Music Radio.
I just got a very important call, and I'm gonna have to cut my stream. And I just want people to just send me good vibes. Like, just please send me good vibes. And I love you guys, and well wishes. I love you guys so much.
Here are the text and voice notes that followed that stream. Skip to 7:45 if you don't want to listen, but I recommend listening to them again.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not even going to fool myself. I'm not even going to do this. I'm not going to do this. This happens every time. And look, you're the one initiating this. I'm explaining myself. You don't. Whatever. Shane. So I see you're in the mood to argue and fight tonight. I see you're in the mood to be hostile. I see that you're in the mood to be nothing but aggressive towards me when all I tried to communicate to you earlier was that I needed you and that I just wanted you to be my rock. And I was just trying to figure out how you could be my rock in the future to where it's comfortable for both of us. But it looks like literally everything is too much for you. Honestly, you know what? I'm not even going to fool myself. I'm not even going to do this. I'm not going to do this. This happens every time. And look, I'm not intentionally scooting around anything. I'm making valid points. You're taking it as that. All you do is break me down. Do you want me to go cry right now, public? Is that what you want? Do you want to break me down? Is this what you want?
Because that's what you wanted, or at least that's what I thought you wanted. That's what you told me you wanted until apparently now. But I tried now, and at first I get that Diesel person making suicidal comments. Then I get that Sarah person begging me to do something about it as if I'm your only fucking mod, like I'm the fucking babysitter. That's not your fault. I'm sorry. That's not on you. I go in there. I think it's gonna be a nice chill stream. It's gonna be cool, and then just all this shit. And I'm dealing with the transphobic shit on top of that, and now, like, I feel like I was blasted out of fucking nowhere for just trying to make a joke. I'm just explaining myself. You tell me you're not interested, and you keep going too.
I'm having a panic attack, and I'm gonna need to end this. And I can't even. I can't even. Do you want me to apologize? Because I can apologize publicly if you want. I'm sorry for making the demonetization, whatever. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't. Like, I'm shaking and trembling, and I'm gonna have to play this off like I'm perfectly fine when I'm not. So if you want me to apologize really fast publicly, fine, and I won't say anything ever, but I can't. Like, I don't even know, like, what you, like, you've been hostile this whole time. You went home and you just went the fuck in on me because you still have this contempt, this fucking anger, this shit. I'm sorry for 2 weeks ago. Fuck, I am sorry for coming out here, Shane. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want anything public anymore.
I don't know what happened. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
You know, I remember times when I would have panic attacks. The first time it was coming on, I was begging you to stop, and you didn't. You kept going until my symptoms worsened. The second time, you just said I would have to deal with it myself. And again, once you became aware of how the symptoms worsened, that's when you changed your tune. So, that was something that I was used to. So making me seem like this horrible person, like, oh, you never used to be like this. No, I'm being honest, and I'm being truthful, and I'm angry. I don't like having things held over my head, especially when things that are done are decisions made by others. So that is, that actually is a form of abuse. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm sorry if my anger, no, actually, let me rephrase. I am sorry that my response was abusive. I'm sorry that I let my anger spiral out of control in a way where I raised my voice at you. So at this point, I don't know if this is a sign that this isn't going to work, or if this is evidence that I wasn't ready for any of this today. I'm going to cut myself off here, and I'm going to allow you to respond, and I guess we'll go from there.
I wasn't ready for this either, and this is not what I wanted. This was not... When I talk about uprooting my life, that ties into what I told you today about I wish you could know how I feel. And the times you panicked, I apologized. I understand. I apologized too late, but the times you panicked, I also held you through those. I was also there through those. And I never left your side through those. Even after apologizing. Even when I didn't understand at first. Because I got so used to you putting off conversations. I got so used to you putting off things. And I'm like, okay, he's doing it again. And I'm sorry that it took your symptoms worsening.
November 20th, 2021. Now, I feel like it's important to clarify that Yaba tweeted the previous screenshot before Callie went live, so she didn't know if Callie was just discussing the situation or supporting him or really anything other than what she saw in Jose's fight video. In my opinion, I believe Yaba had formulated her own thoughts before Callie even opened her mouth. I think she watched the clip, saw a 28-year-old man living at home, telling the internet his mother was cheating on his stepdad, and posting his mother's workplace and phone number, and that was enough for her. It didn't have anything to do with Callie. I can't believe this. Public stream 2 hours 10 minutes.
Hello. I've been following him for years. Like literal years. Yeah. And he honestly used to be popping years ago on YouTube. He's been on TV shows. He's really well versed. He is a public figure. I am a fan of Jose. Like, I'm a supporter of his. And I will go ahead and say that for this following story, I do not condone all of his actions that took place. However, him exposing the toxicity within his family like this blew me. Well, he got into an argument with his mom and the stepdad, and the mom had one of her other guys over. The mom has been cheating on the stepdad allegedly for years, apparently, and I guess with different people. So it's been a bit of a toxic situation. The stepdad is homophobic, and unfortunately, I think one of his stepbrothers supports stuff. I don't know. And I feel like he is a prime example of you never know what goes on behind the scenes in someone's life, especially when they're a public figure. You know, they seem like they have all this going for them and they look amazing and they look great, right? But you never know what goes on behind the scenes, right? It's just so crazy. You never know what's going on in someone's life. He talks about, you know, the presence of abuse. He does mention PDF file, I guess. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? During the argument that he had with his family, while he's just trying to voice and speak up and stand up for himself, he did end up doxing his mom on his Instagram. And you guys know I don't condone that. I love Jose to death. I support him, but I do not condone doxing in any way, shape, or form. This is the dangers of reaching out to the internet for help, especially when you don't know how to go about it. Because in these clips, you're going to hear the police come to his house. Okay.
All right.
Jose does not do these type of things for clout and attention. In fact, he does not need the clout and the attention.
Because he's established.
I believe Callie thought she would suckle some subs and views by covering this story and supporting him because at the time he had around 2 million followers. She repeats multiple times that he's established and has been on television.
He's been on VH1. I think he's been on VH1. I wonder if he was on MTV too. I cannot really remember, but he's done shows. Like I said, he did not do this for clout. He does not need it. He has almost 1 million followers on Instagram. He's already established. He's well established because as a person who, you know, is well established, they don't need clout. But unfortunately, he was in a situation to where he felt like he needed help and he did panic.
Honestly, Lincoln Park said it best. You know, sometimes people who never frown eventually break down.
Was he on live for his safety? Yes. Yes, he was, because the homophobic stepdad was there and the family was jumping down his throat. And the mom's also been cheating on the stepdad. So to get the family off his back, he was like tired of his mom, like, you know, covering and like living this double life essentially. And so he went live and was like, look, you've been cheating on him for years. You might as well tell him. I don't know why y'all are stressing me, et cetera, et cetera. And that's when everything turned really ugly. But he's had story times before about the mom just going and leaving and just doing her thing. When he was a kid. Like that was kind of normal for him growing up. He's also diabetic. And he has not been eating that much because he's been too afraid to go out into the main room to get food. Apparently there's like this PDF file song on TikTok that I didn't even know about. I found out about it through Jose, and I didn't even know about that. And apparently his stepbrother has been trolling him with the song. And when he's complained to the mom about it, the mom is just shrugging it off because she's too busy cheating on the damn stepdad. Jose has publicly said, and you guys will hear in these clips, that he has been essayed, unfortunately.
But they're gonna gaslight me, bro. They gaslight me. And I'm tired of my mom choosing these men over her kids, bro. She's been married for like 15 years. I don't know how many men she slept with. And I kept a secret. And I never said anything. Because that's my mom.
The mom and the family were threatening to throw Jose out, and they called the police there to just throw him out. He did dox his family on his Instagram. He doxed his mom. While he was probably doxing his mom to, you know, get his following to get her to stop or something like that, he's endangering his safety because he's still in her house. I high-key thought he was still in Miami. Jose is grown. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing is a bit of arrested development with Jose. But I do think that it's important to talk about the toxicity that can go down behind the scenes, especially people who are public figures, because you never know what someone's going through. You never know what someone is enduring. So this is where the cop is asking him about doxing his mom on his Instagram. And the cop is pretty much telling him, like, look, dude, you can't be out here doing that. Like, you cannot be out here doing that. Like, even if it was for, you know, Jose's safety, like, Jose was genuinely confused. He's like, can I ask why I can't do this? Because you cannot distribute private information to the public. That is against the law. That is a violation of privacy, and it can incite harassment. I can't believe he's going through all this around the holidays.
Right before Christmas, bitch.
And it's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre, right? and his family is so immersed in this toxicity, this dark drama, where is the love and the care for one another? Doxing people and stuff is never an appropriate way of using your platform or your outlet. And this is also why it's very important to not get on the internet when you're in an emotionally vulnerable state, because you can kind of spiral and it's hard. This is totally unrelated, but some tone deaf officers, yes, that voice is doing things for me. Yes. I think that it's quite well known that when it comes to mental health issues, that sometimes the cops and even sometimes the medical system is not that helpful, especially when you're having anxiety and panic, because the officers see it as they're just there to do their job. Plus, he's dealing with NYPD. So y'all know New York is crazy, and this is not excusing the way they're like kind of being tone deaf, but like with New York being as crazy as it is, they're just like, okay, so no one's dying here. Let's get in and get out. They're just there to literally do their job. And obviously they weren't going to put him out because he's not, the aggressor. He was just trying to protect himself. If y'all think no cop there, if y'all think the cop sounds sexy, that's fine. But like, I think that Smart Start was talking about like this tone, Now, Smart Start, if you think that he sounds hot because of his accent, that's fine. Do your thing. Baby, that's fine. I don't mind. I mean, we always get sidetracked. That's fine. I just I'm trying to do point, receipt, So that's fine. I'm not upset with y'all or anything. He's a few years off from 30, but you can tell he's still like a young man. Like I said, I do sense arrested development there, and like my heart does go out to him.
The police made me delete my mom's number because y'all was blowing up her phone, which is good.
But unfortunately, when it comes to mental and emotional abuse, it is easily ignored because, unfortunately, when law enforcement and even sometimes medical staff get involved because of panic attacks or depressive episodes, if they don't see any physical harm being done, you hear how the NYPD was there and they were there to just get in and get out. No one's hurt, no one's dying, no one's like begging for their life. It's going to be looked over. It's going to not be prioritized. Meanwhile, Jose's mental and emotional health is suffering. And sometimes your mental and emotional health suffering can be a bit more damaging than physical health suffering, right? Here's a good example. Do you guys remember when the hater side of the community or whatever was up in arms over Becky leaving Amber? And there were some of us who were mentioning Becky being a victim of narcissistic abuse. And this is probably what catered to Becky's low self-esteem, et cetera, because we've seen Amber's narcissistic behaviors. And then we had the other side that was like, what do you mean? What abuse? There was nothing prevalent. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. Right? I am familiar with DCFS visiting my home as a kid when I was coming up. I cannot tell you how many times that they would just leave. And if they would have just rolled up my sleeve, they would have seen the bruises. But because I didn't seem like I was shriveled up on the floor somewhere in a pile of filth, oh, she's fine. Professional help is always the best idea, unlike Chantal, who thinks that YouTube is therapy. Yes, Lauren, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Coming from the woman who will use her YouTube members as her therapy the following year.
I don't have money like that. I got some money saved up, but I'll be okay maybe for a month or two.
I feel like I could make somewhat of a difference just by telling you guys, hey, go follow him, show him some love. Here's his social media, informing you guys about the Trevor Project, talking about, how to get help and urging professional help. I feel like this is constructive and can help literally anyone. And it also goes to show you that a lot of times when we see, public figures and they're trying to put a smile on everyone's face, not everybody's always having the brightest day. 1,000%.
If I pin my cash up, y'all gonna be like, oh, you a broke bitch. Like, I don't know. I'll pin it, I guess. I'm scared.
What is his Venmo or something? They are on his Instagram. So actually, let me relink his Instagram in my chat so you guys can go and follow him and support him if you want to. I've just pinned Jose's Instagram in my chat if you guys want to go and follow him. It's like the people who you think are supposed to be there for you in your darkest moments and they're not. That hurts. Sometimes freedom looks like the air mattress in an empty apartment. Oh my God.
Something tells me Shane can relate to that statement.
I shared this, and obviously the internet gonna do what the internet is gonna do. But to the people who are saying let the mom cheat in peace, let's just go ahead and say I am willing to agree to disagree. Being toxic as fuck in peace should not happen. Should not happen. More of it should be exposed. Oh my God, it's just the dualities of social media, man. Like you never know, you know, and I just really hope that this is a reminder that we are all human. But it's just like you never really know, dude. I know what it's like to have family members who threaten to change locks if you leave. Let me tell you something, especially if you've grown up in a toxic environment. When you leave, you gotta make sure you gone. Like get your stuff, keep your stuff, get whatever stuff you can. Organize the plan with whoever is willing to help you, but you cannot go back to that place. If you're sure in your mind that you need to go, that you gotta go, bro, don't
evacuate now.
Don't tempt it. Don't tempt your safety and your well-being.
Don't leave your Keurig and toaster because when you go back to pick it up, there will be hell to pay.
And unfortunately, like in hostile, households, they'll change the locks on you, but then they might have and this is sick, but they might have that toxic uncle who's there to inflict violence on you, or that toxic other family member to like back up the behavior. So if you ever come back, you'll be even more bombarded than what you were before you left. And I'm ready. Don't make me call my niggas and have a couple niggas here with me while he picking up his shit, because then don't make me do that. Don't make me do that. That's a whole different side. But the next time that nigga come in my house on some disrespectful ass shit, he meeting this. And that's also true. A lot of shelters do not allow pats.
I did save up, love. Like, I have money saved up. Like, I could be okay for like a few months, but that's it. Like, I could like get a place and I'll be maybe okay for like 3 months, 4 months, like, you know.
Have you guys heard that damn song? I guess it's about a 5-year-old. Yes, and it's gross. Yes. What? Do you guys know how to report a sound on there? But I want to know if you can report a sound. Like, why are PDF file songs on freaking TikTok? And you know it's widely used by the damn kids. TikTok has the sickest shit, and not in the good way. TikTok is absolutely disgusting. It's like every time we hear about TikTok, it's mess. This is why, like, a lot of times when public figures break down or crack under pressure, it's because a lot of things are bubbling to the surface and they don't know how to communicate that they're literally not okay because they're so used to keeping the face on. I want to just take a brief look at his Insta really fast.
He's gonna have to dig himself out of this pickle.
I'm in Home Depot and I'm getting all my stuff so I can leave. So I could go stay with a friend. I don't know how to do a GoFundMe. I'm trying. Because if I can even make up to like $5,000, I will be able to at least do like a down payment so I could get my own apartment and I could just leave this alone. But I guess this is my update. So I'm like gonna go home and start packing. I'm gonna try to update Yaba again, okay?
I just can't get over he's going through all this goddamn shit around Thanksgiving. Imagine his goddamn holiday, man. The selfishness of others. Imagine this. You're sabotaging his mom, his family would rather sabotage these family ties, sabotage Jose's well-being, mental health for their own selfishness. Their own selfishness. Like no compassion. The best thing I heard out of that whole entire story is that he's getting himself together, his stuff together at the Home Depot, and he found a friend to stay with. This is just absolutely atrocious. Like heavy on it. Heavy. You don't have to be a stifled version of yourself to appease them. Or when you call them out on their behaviors, they try to flip things out on you and guilt trip you and make you apologize or make you feel bad or make you feel silenced. And sometimes choosing yourself looks goddamn rough. It looks goddamn rough, but it's worth it, especially when you find yourself on the other side of it. 1,000%.
1,000%.
You're living in a fake world, a fake reality, and you're just keeping the face on just cause. When indeed you're suffering inside, when indeed you're going through it, when indeed you know the sacrifices and things that you've made. And that's 1,000% true.
1,000%.
That is 1,000% important. To feel heard and seen and to feel listened to feel all of that, right? To feel all of that. While YouTube has been one of the most craziest rides in my life, I will never regret it. And I will never forget how you all have made me feel in some of my darkest times when I finally got the courage to come out and speak out. Let him know that he has support from a different community, right? I hope that he's been out there getting the proper nourishment that he needs. Everything that he's saying adds up, from his actions to his references to even his demeanor. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Why you fucking laughing? Nothing, right? Nothing. So get out of my house, please.
I'm not getting out of your house.
That's broken glass that he was showing, and now I am done sharing that footage. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. And thank you all for just being so amazingly supportive. I love you guys so much. This means a lot. Mwah. I'll see you in the next one.
November 21st, 2021. Jose update. I'm not okay. Public. Members only chat. About 34 minutes. I missed some of this one.
The YouTubers, when they get too wrapped up in the numbers and the chaos and the ego and all this that comes with social media, that's a really quick way to fall to your demise, really quick. And that's how a lot of people actually lose their platforms, because they start abusing the platform. They abuse their privilege. Can't relate. I want to see a vote. I want to see a vote. If you think that he is absolutely gross for exposing his mom, can I get a thumbs down in my chat? If you think that he is well within his rights to talk about this and express it the way he is, can I get a thumbs up in my chat? Okay, you guys agree? I stand 1,000% with him. And even yesterday, I did start off my stream saying, hey, I don't even agree with all of his actions going about this. Because even when I've been in my most vulnerable moments, I've never doxed anyone.
I'd never dox anyone.
But some things you genuinely just don't do. I relate to Jose so much, and I'm wondering if he's a Cancer moon, because I've seen him get emotional before. We talked about how dangerous it is for LGBTQIA individuals to live not only in hostile environments, but dude, the stepdad is openly homophobic and abusive. Yes. Thank you all for putting the pride flags in my chat. Thank you all. Thank you guys so much. And people, this is how sick our world is, right? Oh, so what? The stepdad is homophobic. Okay, did we not just hear that the guy is not only homophobic, but he's also violent? Putting his hands on the mom, has put his hand on the sons, blocked out the glass, got into a fight with Jose already. Jose not feeling safe for his life. The guy is violent. We literally don't talk to each other. We just act like ghosts in the house. That's not living. That's not living, sweetheart. That's existing. That's existing without being seen.
I'm like, done, like, with this whole facade, bro.
People get tired of putting on the facade, and I want to normalize not putting on a facade any longer and to be honest in your conditions and your feelings. As a person who can relate to keeping the face on to keep others happy or for the sake of others or to protect others' feelings or to suffocate my feelings for others to the point to where my feelings are not only invalidated, but they're almost a non-factor. Because when I bring up my feelings and emotions, it's all about how another person's feeling. And I want to normalize not having to put up the facade. I think this is a dangerous trap that a lot of social media public figures get trapped into. I myself got trapped into it a couple times. You thought I would have learned the first time. I myself have been done putting up the facade, which is why when I told you all I wasn't doing well a couple weeks ago and my life has hit the hardest it's hit, and it's still hitting my ass, and it's not done yet. But I'm tired of acting like everything's okay, even with me, when it's not. The facade stops today.
The facade stops today.
A lot of us, we will make sacrifices for others. A lot of us will put people above ourselves. Like, I mean, my channel used to be all my sad poetry and my sad story times about my life every day. And keeping the mask on is insanely toxic. Secrets make you sick. It feels good to give, but some people are inherently selfish, like we're seeing. And sometimes you can give, you know how you give somebody a gift and they don't like it? Or maybe you give somebody a gift and they want to return it. Or you give somebody a gift and they act like they like it just to make you feel to pacify you for a bit.
Is she really turning gift-giving etiquette into a personal attack? I have zero problems with someone returning a gift I gave them, so they can get something they actually wanted.
I need a hug.
The real ones in his community are going to show themselves, and he'll be able to tell the difference between the trolls and the assholes soon. When your friends warn you about someone, or your friends are showing you the red flags about someone, those words may be hard to hear. Try not to cut those friends off. Bro, I can't tell you how many friends came through for me so I could go spend the night so I could be safe. You feel me? What might not be what we want to hear in the moment, still keep an open mind. I regret letting folks go. There are some people in my life I regret because I snapped out and I jacked out and I was pissed because they were telling me something I didn't want to hear, and the whole time they was right. And they were worried. When your friends, the people who've known you for years and years and years, are warning you about someone or the vibes are off, listen to that. It's like when you bring somebody new around and they're like, I don't really like this. I don't really like how they're vibing. I don't really know what they're teaching. I don't know. It's kind of off to me. I don't really agree with you doing this. Listen, bro. Even if it's not what you want to hear in that moment, listen, bro. Listen, 1000%. Now you guys know the deal with the public members chats. This is going to immediately be privated, and then it will be available within a couple of days. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I love you guys.
At this point, the GoFundMe was live.
Hello, my name is Jose. I was in an abusive family for a while and I have been recording all the times they would fight with me and throw me out as evidence. My mother is married to a homophobic man that lets him beat her. Last night, I decided to tell my stepfather the truth that my mother cheats on him, for she likes to act like we were a happy family when we were far from that. However, it was a toxic environment that I could not call home since I would be antagonized by my family for simply expressing my feelings to them. For expressing how I felt, my mother called the cops on me and threw me out last night with nowhere to go. And I have my 2 dogs with me. I'm staying with a friend for only 2 days because on Monday he leaves for Puerto Rico. I need help finding a safe place I can call home and live peacefully with my girls without fearing for my safety. I'm scared and fearful of my life being outside in the cold with my 2 girls. Any help will always be appreciated.
November 24th, 2021. Callie posts a video clipping together Jose's streams. 45 minutes. Public.
Hello, my loves, and before we go ahead and proceed into the following clips, I'd like to provide a trigger warning only because he is exposing the toxic dynamics in his family and his current positions, and it's about his family being blatantly dismissive of him. There are mentions of like abuse here. There's mentions of severe mistreatment here. I have actually been watching Jose for years. Like, I would want to say at least over 5 years. And I've seen him rise on social media. He used to be a YouTuber. He, went over to Instagram. He's been on TV before. He's done several features and appearances. And to see where he's ended up now is absolutely heartbreaking. I have his Instagram and his socials linked if you want to go and show him some support and love. He really needs it right now, and that's why I'm actually covering his story. And seeing him hurt like this right around the holidays, right before Christmas, bitch, it just really hits different. So please enjoy these following clips. Like I said, his socials are linked.
This is basically 40 minutes of Jose crying on the floor. I'm just going to play the fight and I added captions to the conversation with the police. If anyone would like the complete video, please DM me on X Twitter.
So before the cops come, they're throwing me out because I'm exposing my mom. Another nigga. Instead of confronting her husband. And now she's gonna call the cops so they could throw me out because I said that I was gonna tell Tito, her husband. So I'm gonna post this online. So it don't matter. And they work at Stuart Leonard. In Yonkers. And because y'all think y'all gonna keep your job after all this, y'all all gonna lose your job. All y'all do is smoke weed, da-da-da. She's really gonna throw me out because I said I'm tired of her cheating on her husband. And you see, I got the proof. I got the proof. You could have done that yourself. I got the proof, so I'ma post it. You see, I'm tired of this fake family. I'm so tired. So it's not you.
People are gonna know the real you.
The real me. Look, the cops are here now.
Okay, listen. So as far as like tonight goes, your mom is just upset over, like she said you were posting the address and her phone number online.
I didn't post the address.
Okay, this is what she's telling me. She said that happened and that's making her uncomfortable. She's getting phone calls and numbers. She said like you have a YouTube page or something, and you're posting stuff on there about the house and her number, and people are harassing her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you are doing that to diffuse this kind of situation, I would ask you to stop that.
Okay. Why? I'm gonna ask why. Because I'm doing it for my safety.
Okay, but you posting.
I didn't post the address. I posted her number. I could show you.
But don't do that. That's not right.
Like
if you don't agree with her or her with your stepdad or whatever, that's one thing.
Like okay, I could delete the numbers. Like I could literally edit the post and just
that would help.
I could do that.
Right.
But that's all I've done from that situation.
That's what we're talking about now. She would appreciate that. That would help diffuse the situation. We're not here to kick you out. Okay, we can't kick you out. Okay, you haven't done anything wrong.
That's why I'm telling you.
Just give me a second, right? I get what you're saying. She's just upset mainly over that. I think if you do that, that'll help the situation out a lot. Now, moving forward, you guys need to consider if you're going to be able to mend this relationship, whether you want to stay here, so on and so forth. That's something that you guys are going to have to work on.
I know, like,
personally.
The social worker told me, like, if we were to, like, all stay here, just no one talk to each other. Everyone stay in their own corner. Like,
right. So,
it's like, I understand that's not healthy. There's no family that needs to do that. But it's like, I'm tired of them, like, bro, like, it's like, her husband's homophobic. And then it's like, whenever they argue with me, they all gotta go at me. Like, I don't feel safe here. I don't have nowhere to go. Like,
okay, listen to me. Look at me. Deep breath. Deep breath for me. Everything's gonna be fine. I know. Just hold on. Nobody's saying that. You gotta take a deep breath for me so I can talk to you. Listen. I understand you're upset. Okay?
I'm nervous.
No. Well, you're visibly upset.
No, I'm
listen, I understand. So, for right now, if things aren't working out between you, your mom, your brother, your stepdad, so on and so forth, whatever it may be.
But that's what I mind my business.
Just mind your business. And listen, I'm gonna say the same thing I'm saying to your mom. Right? I'm not attacking you, but I have to speak to both of you to get the story. And you're basically both telling me the same thing. You said you got into it with your brother a little bit about the song, right? If it's not working, where you two can't mend the relationship, talk to your social worker. If you got nowhere else to go, no friends, no
I know, and then
cousins or whatever, you can. No, I'm not. But I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying to diffuse the situation. First thing I'm going to tell you to do is delete her number. Okay, that's the main thing that she's really off the post. She's very upset about that. I think that's like something that's really bringing out the situation more. Okay, you might have did that.
She's upset because I have almost over 2 million followers, and I don't feel safe. And
but listen, if you don't feel safe,
You don't feel safe, tell him.
Hey,
Can you take the taser from him?
Stop. Go over there, please.
I don't feel safe.
Hey, I don't have a taser. She took the taser from me.
Okay. Yeah, regardless. Okay. You've 2 million followers. That's fantastic. I hope that all works out for you. But you don't put that stuff on YouTube if you don't feel safe.
I didn't put it on YouTube. I put it on Instagram, and I just made
Instagram
a post. Like,
so you have 2 million followers on Instagram.
Like, I understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
Like, it is.
You don't put that stuff on there. You call us if you don't feel safe. That's what we're here for.
I felt like y'all were gonna be on their side because
I'm on their side.
three of them. No,
that doesn't mean anything. Everyone has a story. That's fine. Okay. But that's why I'm talking to you, is it not? Right? Okay. Okay. Just deep breath. Hang out in your room. I'm gonna go talk to your mom too. I'm gonna go say the same thing to her and to your brother, so on and so forth. Okay? They can say what they want. You can say what you want. I'm not here, so I don't know the truth. Okay? But go in your room. Go hang out with your dogs. Go on Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want to do. Just hang out. Relax.
I'm gonna delete the number. I got you.
Thank you. I honestly think that'll make your mom happy. It'll diffuse the situation. Going forward, if you guys have problems, just call us. Okay? I'll come here. We'll do what we gotta do. Like I said, as far as your living situation, if you're not comfortable here, man, you gotta figure something out. You know, I don't know.
That's what I'm trying. It's the pandemic. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I deleted the number.
Listen, there were a lot of people calling them, and you can understand how that could be kind of annoying. And so I just watched their phone get called like 5-6 times.
I don't want to say good, but no. I deleted it. Like, I deleted it.
Because if it's something that continues, then it might rise to a level where...
So, like, I want to know legally. That's my next.
Legally, it could be aggravated. There's a thing, aggravated harassment.
That means a telephone communication.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think it's reached that level yet?
It has.
But
I deleted it.
But you need... Exactly.
I deleted it. No, the post is up, but the caption.
Yeah, all you do is change the caption. It's supposed to be deleted completely.
The post I didn't mention.
We're not
the post literally is me just talking about the situation, but it doesn't involve their numbers. Like, it doesn't involve their numbers.
November 25th, 2021. Thanksgiving and GoFundMe update.
Updates. 1 November 25, 2021 by Jose Ayala. Organizer, thank you everyone for the help. Even if you just shared my GoFundMe. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Me and my girls are safe for now at a friend's house till I'm able to get into a shelter, and then I'ma pray I get a studio soon with all the donations. I'm so grateful for any help. I seriously love you all so much. 3 donate share.
November 29th, 2021. The YouTube Underground aka Yaba, stream number 1, 2 hours 1 minute. She spends the last 10 minutes talking about Jose. Callie is never mentioned.
So this Jose guy, he has a video that I believe goes viral, and I don't care who gets mad and get over it. When I see bullshit, I smell bullshit, I'm going to say it's bullshit. And Jose, your whole story is bullshit. I don't believe for 1 minute, since we're going to sit here and talk about if people lie about abuse, okay? But there was this video, this TikTok that went viral, I guess, and it ended up on my timeline on Twitter, okay? And it was this guy, and his mom's in the background, and he's sitting there going, you cheat, I'm exposing you, you cheated on your husband, and I'm going to show the world, and I'm going to whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And he was just all up in arms and talking smack about his mom. And he didn't say nothing about no abuse. 27 years old, living in his mama's house, exposing his mom for cheating because on her husband because he thought that her husband needed to go. Okay, well, fair enough. You thought that her husband needed to know. Well, then she kicks him out, as any mother should. I wish my kids would get involved in my personal life. That ain't none of your damn business.
Exactly. My house, my life.
I pay the bills. My bills are paid. Why are you 27 years old living with your mama? Okay? I seen all I need to see, and I don't give a damn how much more to it. You got a grown-ass man living in a house with his mother. He's got a whole entire GoFundMe app talking about the only reason that he exposed his mom was because the husband is abusive, and he's what's it called? He's homophobic to him. So why do you care if your mom's cheating on a man that's homophobic? Why do you need to expose her if he's the one that's homophobic? If you are 27 years old, if you are 3 years away from being 30 years old, and your mama and your daddy are abusive, my number one question is, I'd rather be homeless than sit around. I'm not going to stop, Stella. Step the fuck out if you don't like it. You go sit over in them other chats, don't touch me, and go let them other people pat his ass, because it ain't going to happen here. He's a fucking con. Plain out. E-begging, crying for money on the internet. Don't give a damn. You don't like it? Don't watch. Unsubscribe, don't care. All for views and all for pity pats. Poor fucking me. Give me money. Real motherfuckers do real things. Real people make real moves. And ain't no grown-ass man or woman gonna get on the internet talking about mommy and daddy abusing me at 27 years old. No. What do you mean wrong? You're telling me the video that I watched wasn't facts? Well, A. Phillips, unsubscribe. I don't care how ignorant I sound. I don't care about your backstory. We've all got stories and shit. Doesn't mean that you need to throw up a GoFundMe because your 27 your ass got thrown out from exposing your mama on the internet. Don't like it, don't agree. And I don't agree with the patting the asses of that dude. Why not put the abuse on blast instead of the cheating? Did you watch the video? Did you see how cool he thought he was exposing his mama? That's a damn shame. Okay, you want to expose your family for being abusive is one thing, but you getting on there thinking you're a whole celebrity, exposing your mama for cheating, looking like a whole fucking piece of shit. Don't care. In the picture that he took on his GoFundMe, he's literally like, and he says me and my daughters got kicked out, and he's got 2 dogs, trying to make it look like him and his kids are homeless. I don't care. I don't care how much you get. Why are you paying rent at your mom's house that's abusive? Why are you paying rent to live there?
His GoFundMe's looking for $7,000.
$7,000, huh?
Why don't you have money in the bank?
Why don't you just get a job or make your YouTube channel or whatever it is that you got to make ends meet? You got to come on here exposing your mama for cheating. When I seen that video, I don't need to see a backstory, because there ain't nothing that your mother or your father could be able to do to you that you should put some shit out there like that. You want to expose their abuse?
Their jobs and where they work.
Told them, called out their jobs, said y'all ain't gonna have no jobs. So what about them? I didn't hear nothing about no abuse in that video. He sure wasn't exposing no abuse. He didn't even expose her cheating. He didn't show a lick of proof. He showed a video trying to humiliate his mother, doxed his mother's workplace, told the whole world that they did drugs and they weren't going to have a job. And he wants to know why he got kicked out. Well, now they don't even have a job to pay their bills. So how are they supposed to live and survive when you're on here boo-hooing talking about you ain't got no place to live? Whatever. Y'all go watch the TikTok. Gather your own thoughts. I mean, I don't understand what backstory would justify that. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to tell me that's going to justify him going on there and saying all that and even throwing out his mom's place of work, where she works at, how she makes money to pay those bills so he can have some place to live. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't care. Like, who I sleep with is none of my children's business. And why are you trying to expose your mom for cheating if there's abuse going on in the home? There should be a whole other section of what you're trying to do. I don't get it. $7,000 for what? How long is $7,000 going to last you? What are you going to do in the meantime? A grown man who thought pulling that stunt was appropriate response. Did Did you see the video, though?
Ow.
I thought it was some bullshit. I feel sorry for the family. Because how do we know that he ain't making all this shit up? Did he come on here and show video proof of all this other stuff that he done said about his family? As unhinged as he looked on that video, I ain't gonna believe a word that comes out of his mouth. I don't want to hear stories. I want to see proof. I want to see receipts. You know what? Why do people think that they're so entitled? Entitled to a life like that. Entitlement.
Yes.
But you keep telling me how I'm the problem, how I got it wrong, and how I'm trashy.
Stream cuts off. November 30th, 2021. The YouTube Underground aka Yaba. Stream number 2. 2 hours 10 minutes.
Like some of the people who were in chat that, you know, got offended and didn't like what I had to say, and, you know, how they, you know, pretty much said they ain't going to come back, which is fine. They'll be back. They always come back, okay? When they realize that I'm right, because trust and believe, when it comes to things like this, I'm usually always right, okay? Why did they get offended? I guess because they support this person. Hold on. I guess because they support said person on the screen, and I don't. I mean, when I think it's a con is a con is a con is a con, I'm gonna say it for what it is, right? And I get not everybody's gonna agree with me, and that's fine. You've got certain people who just believe everything that they're told, right? You got some people who just believe what they're told, right? And it, you know, they just, I guess, haven't been through enough of people lying to them and bullshitting them for them to understand that there's people out there that will use certain terms and words to pull at your heartstrings to donate them money, right? And that's fine, okay? But for me, I see it for what it is. It's a scam. It's somebody who is using his situation and trying to exploit his family to financially gain from it, in my opinion. And if you don't agree with that, that's fine. We didn't have to have a falling out over it. You didn't have to tell me that there's a reason I knew I didn't like you, and thank you for reminding me. I mean, well, okay, if that's how you feel, but you'll be back. I'm telling you, once you figure out that what I told you yesterday and today is true, that this person on the screen is just trying to scam and con you out of money, you'll be back. And when you come back, I'll be here for you, because I forgive and forget. You know what I didn't agree with is that nobody checked this dude for dropping the N-word. How come that is? How come everybody was patting his ass and talking about, oh, poor him, and nobody checked this dude for dropping the N-word? Well, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. That's another thing I didn't like. These people, nobody said anything about him dropping the N-word when he was doing his rant over on TikTok. Why is that his GoFundMe image? That's exactly my point. That right there lets you know that it's not sincere. When you got to get on there and you got to cry, like, should I pull it back up? I guess I should. And you've got a title called Help Me Find a Home for Me and My 2 Girls. Well, I'm going to assume that's a single father who probably just lost his home to a fire, or maybe a flood, or maybe they lost their partner, and so he's on the street with 2 little kids. That right there, this image, in the sad face, in the title, which is, it, all of a sudden, it's a lie right off top, right? You're not going to just think, me and my 2 girls, I'm going to think you got 2 children, right? No, it's his 2 dogs. Well, number one, if you ain't got a home, why you got animals? And you know what's crazy is that you got creators out here promoting this. He's already raised $2,000. How do you think that happened? I thought it was Trisha too. Christ almighty, Trisha is looking rough. It's not Trisha Paytas, it's Jose, okay? Jose out here dropping the N-word, telling people his mom is a cheater, then in the same breath saying how his family abuses him and he needs someplace to go. Well, Jose, I'm going to tell you, $7,000 is not going to buy you a home. Nowhere. And it ain't going to pay rent very long neither. So you might want to pack it up and find employment somewhere. And that's just how it is. No, he just has the 2 dogs. I don't really need to see much else. That picture right there tells me everything I need to know. Okay? Learn to read into shit, people. You don't do your research. You need to do your research. I did. I opened my eyes and I looked at the picture. Con, scammer, pathetic. Okay? Somebody's out there real mad right now. Don't matter.
It's 8:46.
Which means I'm 1 minute late from talking about my favorite fatty. Have y'all watched the news? I'm going to assume that most of you all have local news stations. Me, myself, I wake up every morning and that's the first thing I do. I turn on the local news. House fire. Family loses everything. Luckily, they survived. They need this. They need that. They need this. Blah, 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 right? And then I go to YouTube and I see some privileged ass kid, using N-word, mind you, that claiming that he got thrown out of his mommy's house at the age of 27 and he needs $7,000 for a house. Well, I'm like, here's a family that's house just burnt down, who lost everything. Here's this privileged kid who literally put himself in this situation. I'm going to go with the family that lost everything in the house fire. Okay, I'm just saying. Anywho, you're an adult, deal with it. It's called being grown, dude. You're grown now. Like, never use your sympathy card until something really tragic happens in your life. Okay? Some people just don't want to struggle. For whatever reason, I understand that struggling is uncomfortable. You get used to Starbucks, going out to eat, eating Uber Eats and DoorDashing and doing whatever you want to do. So when you got to give those things up, life becomes uncomfortable. But guess what? You learn to appreciate things more. On here dropping the N-word. Fuck out of my face with that shit. Motherfuckers backing that shit. And the nerve. I'm gonna shut up though. I just want to know why certain creators aren't calling him out for using that said word. You've watched him for 6 years and spoke with him. Do you realize that he's a con? That he's out here playing this whole community? He ought to get some dignity is what he needs to do. I get it. You got your opinion and I got mine. I say he's a con. And when you realize he's a con, we'll come together about it. He's a fucking con, Callie. 100%. And I don't appreciate that he used the N-word in his video. Why is that? You need to ask him that. I don't really see the benefits in dragging him, let alone kicking someone while they're down, but okay. The benefits of dragging him because it's called taking advantage of people, especially in this time of year. But you can manipulate people online, especially when you use a picture like this, right? What's the reason in this? Like, seriously, that's manipulation, Callie. But that's just my opinion. I get it. You want to support him? Fine. I don't. And I definitely don't support him using the N-word. And I definitely don't support him exposing his mother for cheating. And I don't support the fact that he got on there and told everybody on the internet where they worked and that they did drugs. And then going to get mad because he got kicked out. This dude's toxic. He wants to talk about he's the one that is being abused and everything. I think it might be the other way around. That's just my opinion, though. But I'm done talking about Jose. Maybe after the show. He doesn't look like he's from urban areas. And that's another problem. This dude don't look like he's from the hood. Okay? This guy does not look like he's from the hood or would get a pass from anybody in the hood. Fake, phony, fraud. Don't even come at me with that. He would not go down to any hood in America and get a pass for calling some black dude the N-word. Don't agree. It's 9:00 a.m. Eastern time, Chantel. In Canada, it's the same time. Black, 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 black. Yeah, he has a big channel. I mean, shouldn't you get a paycheck from having 225,000 subs on YouTube? Don't understand. Anyways, we gotta stay focused on Chantel, people, okay? Jose is not obese. I cannot focus on people who are not fat. It just doesn't work over here. Because then I start to get ragey mad, okay? Something about the fatties that keep me from getting ragey, right? Jose makes me ragey. I guess it's because he's not fat. It is what it is, okay? At least I can admit it. Fat on fat crime only. That's right. Sometimes we might throw a stone at a skinny, right?
Yaba tells everyone to move on, and she continues reacting to Chantal. Callie takes it to Twitter while Yaba is live.
I'm about to just warn you guys right now. I'm going to quote tweet Yaba. Yes, I am going to quote tweet Yaba. I'm aware that Yaba has been dragging Jose for as long as I've been promoting Jose. Now, the only thing is I didn't really want to have issues with Yaba. She should know that I respect her as a creator, but I guess we're beyond that, right? We're beyond just differencing of opinion. We're beyond just agreeing to disagree. We're beyond that shit. Yaba, if you want to pick a fight with me, fine. Say that shit. Say that shit then. Yaba, I am going to quote tweet you about Jose. I have been watching him for almost 7 years. at least 6 straight, and I think going into next year will be 7 years total. I know that this is not a stunt by him. Jose reached out to me via DMs. Also, I have been in a very similar position. In fact, that's how I came on to YouTube. Okay, I'm going to quote tweet you and show you the receipts of his mom condoning child pornography in the house, condoning pedophilic songs being played in the house, condoning the homophobic stepdad fucking being violent towards Jose and the children and the mom herself. I am going to show you these receipts. I have them. I understand we can all agree to disagree, but sometimes spreading an ignorant opinion does no good at all, especially when someone is in need. It does no good at all. And I'm not about to fucking sit here and deal with and educate white people again on why POC from certain areas use the N-word. I'm not about to fucking do this shit again. Go ahead and pick your fucking sides now. A lot of y'all fucking hate me. A lot of y'all are fucking jealous as shit. A lot of y'all been wanting to see my downfall for the longest. I could give a fuck. I'll still be here, bitch.
I condone what? What's CP, Dubs? Dubs, tell me what CP is. How do I condone CP? What is CP? Can somebody tell me what CP is and why Callie's talking about me on Twitter? What does this have to do with me and Callie? How do I condone it? What's that got to do with anything? Are we really interrupting our show to talk about fucking Jose now? Who can fill me in my DMs about what's going on right now and what CP's got to do with anything? Y'all go ahead and whoever knows like the actual details, just put it in my inbox and I'll read it. What does that have to do with the GoFundMe? So we're exploiting something else now? Is that what we're doing? Anyways, I'll deal with it after the show. Hold on. Apparently his mom condoned his childhood abuse. Callie is saying that since you're saying Jose is a bum, you're condoning his mom. No, his whole family's trash, obviously. I would say the majority, 99.9% of us have been through some shit in life. And don't let anybody tell you that your trauma is not as big as this person's trauma. Trauma is trauma. There's no scale on what's worse. And, you know, because this didn't happen to you and this happened to this person, that gives this person a reason to go act like a whole freaking fool when they get grown. Okay? We've all got trauma. We've got to learn to deal with it, right? 99.9% of us have been through some kind of trauma. But as adults, as productive members of society, we have to figure out how to cope with that, how to deal with that, how to deal with the family members who help create that trauma and continue to be adults in life, right? I still stand behind what I said. Trauma or no trauma. You don't come online saying the types of things that you do, even if your mother was a part of the trauma. Pack your bags and move on. I don't condone any people, and I think anybody in this support group or watching this video right now, I think you 100% know I'm not going to stand behind his mother who they're saying condoned his childhood abuse. You're exploiting childhood abuse by even saying that, Callie. Now get the fuck out of my chat and stay out of it since you want to pull some bullshit like that. Everybody's been through something. That don't mean we all get to go out here and act like fools on TikTok, exposing people and trying to cause people to lose their jobs. If you're trying to get your mother to lose her job, then say why you want her to lose her job. Say because that woman condoned me being abused as a child. That ain't what the fuck I heard, though. You know what I heard? I heard this woman needs to lose her job because she's cheating on her husband and she smokes weed every day and takes care of a 27-year-old man. That's what the fuck I heard. So how come I didn't hear fire this woman because she condoned me of being abused when I was a little boy? How come I didn't hear that shit? Callie, what did you have anything, never did, not one fucking time did I mention you in my story about Jose? Not one damn time did I mention you. But since you want to be in the middle of it, how come you're allowing that dude to drop the N-word and act like that's okay? How come you didn't tell him, hey man, don't be saying that shit? How come? I'm curious. We all have issues. Why do you think we have the internet? Why do you think we have so many people in these chats? Because most of them have issues in their real life. And they come online to laugh and joke and to watch our videos to escape the reality of the trauma and the abuse. Why do I need to create a channel or anybody else which keeps putting it in their face why can't we uplift these people? Why can't we tell them that you don't have to be a victim of your childhood? Okay? You don't have to be a piece of shit because of things that happened to you when you were a kid. But if you want to keep telling people that they're stagnant and they're going to stay where they're at because of whatever happened in their childhood and that it's okay to act like that and point cameras at people and expose people and try to get them to lose their jobs, well, you're a part of the problem. You are a part of the problem. Okay? You didn't have nothing to do with this. A story came across my timeline, a video of a man videoing his mother, exposing her, which there was no proof, of cheating, that she needed to lose her job, named the employer of said job, while he lives in her home. Because I wanted to have an opinion and call this dude out because ain't none of this right. I stand behind people who abuse children. Fuck out of my face, bitch. I ain't the one. You will never have that kind of clout or that kind of backing to think that you're going to try to get a fucking mob against me saying that I condone child abuse. I don't know who you think you're talking to, dude. This ain't it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't have a voice in my chat. So if Callie comes in here, y'all can get her out. Done with that one. Forever. If those words ever come out of your mouth that I condone abuse, you're not. Never in my presence again. Okay? Never. Well, text is kind of hard to get right back to it, you know? Now I've got myself all worked up like I did yesterday. And thank you guys for the DMs. I'm reading it. I'm peeping game. I'm peeping what's going on around here, okay? Don't worry about it.
9:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Voice notes with Charlie Gold.
Callie, I am coming to you as a friend. Stop tweeting. If you need to call me, call me. Stop tweeting.
I'm going to quote tweet her with the fucking receipts. She's doing this to pick a fucking fight. I'm done, Charlie. I'm fucking done. I'm dealing with enough already. I'm literally dealing with enough already. Seriously. So, Charlie, if you're disappointed in me, you don't want to be cool no more, you're not happy with me doing this, I'm sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean to hurt you either.
I can guarantee you Yaba did not want to pick a fight. She saw a man that she does not support. She didn't know the whole story. And now this is all played out or going to play out in front of a shared audience for what? I'm not saying I like everything Yaba said, but I know I could go to Yaba and I know Yaba fucked with you. I know where Yaba was wrong and I can easily go to Yaba for that. But the way you guys are about to move, Callie, I am telling you, pause.
Also, I just want to ask you, did you reach out to Yaba when she was quote tweeting me, shit talking Jose? Did you reach out to Yaba when she was quote tweeting me, shit talking creators who were promoting Jose? Did you do that?
Callie, I don't care that Yaba doesn't like Jose. There's a few people I know who don't like Jose. I just stay out of it because I don't care enough. I don't know Jose. You have your message. Some people don't agree. It's simple. The opinion I didn't like, what Yaba said, was her talking about the N-word and who and what should be called out. That's the opinion I didn't like. But the simple fact is, Callie, some people don't like Jose, and they don't have to like him. They don't have to like him. They may not know the whole story, but they may not have to like him. And just so you know, Callie, just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean I'm dropping you or I'm no longer a friend. I am trying to help you. I'm seeing the string of tweets and I am trying to help you.
I literally fucking said we can agree to disagree. This is deeper than that. Her constantly trying to drag creators. She's literally saying, I don't know why some creators are promoting this. Bro, just at me next time, bro. I'm always willing to agree to disagree, but don't sit here and spread fucking ignorance because you want to bash somebody. I understand people don't like Jose. I fucking get that. I'm not stupid. God, like, you know, Charlie, like, I just, like, whatever. Every time this shit happens, everybody shits on me anyway, and then fucking months, years, whatever the fuck later, Callie was right. So you know what? Fine. If this is gonna turn into another, oh, you know, I don't really agree, I don't really da-da-da-da. You don't have to like Jose. You don't even have to care. And I didn't fucking agree about the fucking N-word thing either. But I get so fucking tired of this shit. Whenever I fucking, and you did this shit when the fucking shit with Negs was happening. And now look, I'm about to have Negs go to fucking jail, Charlie. You fucking told me to stop then. You told me to stop then. And look, I'm the one that took him down. And y'all still shit on me. Y'all still. Fuck that. I'm tired of being everyone's fucking punching bag. No. 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 No.
Yaba continues her stream for about 50 minutes and only talks about Chantal and Christmas shopping.
I love having my tree up. I love the Christmas music. I love just to, you know, when most people are in good Christmas spirits, some people seem to be losing their damn minds around here. Okay? I'm not bothered. I'm not upset. If people want to talk about me or think they're dragging me or say they're over me or I'm not, look, dude, I've been through this time and time again. Okay? I told y'all, when most people have a problem with me, it's because they don't like it because I tell the truth. And that's totally fine. If everybody liked you, it'd be a problem, right? You're not going to go through life and everybody's going to like you. It's just not going to happen. So I'm not going to get all riled up and start dragging people or whatever. I pretty much said what I had to say today. I'm not going to let somebody dictate how I'm going to run my channel, right? If I want to talk about somebody or whatever, then I'm going to do that. Nobody's going to tell me who I can and can't talk about over here. And if you have a problem with it, that's your problem. When you sit there and say that I'm supporting something that I'm not supporting, you know, like I can forgive and forget and move on. And I don't even know what you had to do with any of this. But when you say that I support somebody that you know what you said, you're dead to me. You'll never come back from that. I'm going to log off this computer, go answer a few DMs that I've gotten. I'm going to go about my day and live my life. Same thing that y'all should be doing. Don't invest all your time into your phones and into your computers. Or if you do, be doing something productive. Learning something. Learn how to work an app. Learn how to work Photoshop. Freaking an editor. Do something. Don't spend all your time involved in bullshit and drama, because I ain't. Don't let anybody else go out there and get y'all riled up in trying to defend me or, you know, what we do over here. It's not worth it. But they ain't going to use no kind of child abuse thing against me like I condone any of it, okay? Anyways, guys, y'all have a good day, a good Tuesday, and I'll see y'all again Wednesday, unless somebody gets too out of line and I got to come on here and drag you for filth. I'm just playing. Love you guys. Bye.
Callie ignores Charlie's advice and goes on a full Twitter rampage. Let's take a look.
The halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Thanks to Callie having the messiest internet breakup of all time, we have screenshots of texts between her and Shane while this was going down. 11:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la.
Let's take a look at how the community responded to all of this.
Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la.
Yaba's response. December 1st, 2021. We begin the day with the highly anticipated Jose update.
So I'm okay, guys. Thank you everyone who's reached out, who's been super kind and sweet. I'm staying at a friend's house right now. As you can see, I got a room. I got my girls. So I'm doing okay right now. I do feel like I'm in a safe space right now, which is good. You know, I'm super thankful for everyone who's reached out, who's been super kind, super sweet. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I got on everything, and yeah, it just sucks, the whole situation. If you want to see it, it's up on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah. I'm trying to think if I missed anything.
I'm trying to think if I missed anything.
Callie who? Thanks Jose. Now on to Callie. Callie begins her day with a Twitter banner update and more tweets. F that. Public stream. 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour 33 minutes.
Goodness, I highlighted Shane just to tell him I love him. I love you, baby. Baby, come back. Baby, come back. Where is my boo? Yes, Cass, love for Jose. I have now pinned my thread on Jose in the chat, and we're going to go through the entire thread, shall we? I have a few people who I would like to give special thanks to. Most importantly, I want to thank Shane. I love you, baby. I love you. You are amazing. Shane is absolutely amazing. I also want to thank my members because you all were the motivation that propelled this live stream, and I thank you. I also want to thank the Free Spirits community. So Shane, members, Free Spirits, those are the only people I need to thank. Okay. The thread that is now pinned in the chat is going to be the thread about Jose. I have several. I've been making several. But yes, let's just talk about this, shall we? Let's talk about this, shall we? I have noticed that ever since posting this thread, a lot of people are quiet. Like, a lot of people are quiet. It's so interesting because there was so much chatter all day yesterday. And it's almost like we've found ourselves yet again to where the minute I provide receipts and the truth behind the matter, and there are a substantial amount of people who can see what's happening, Now it's really quiet. But I want to go over this Twitter thread just so we can prevent any further miscommunication. All right. And that recap link that you see right there, that's linking to my original stream that took place almost 2 weeks ago on this channel. Okay. This is a clip of me discussing and linking the Trevor Project originally when I first started covering this topic. And this was my first public stream about it. I can go ahead and link the Trevor Project in my description. Alex, I see you, and I thank you, Alex, you individually. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. Can I please get purple hearts in my chat if you remember this original stream and you were here for it? And I've already given Jose's backstory both on YouTube and Twitter several times. And if you've seen my members community tab, you will know that I have also spoken with him privately. Oh. It's almost like I tell the full story whenever I cover it. And I continue to, oh, that's a lot of you guys. Oh.
Right.
You know what? Let me just ask you guys. Let me ask the chat. What do we call it when people speak on things they know absolutely nothing about and they don't bother to do any research on the topic? What is the term for that? When you speak about a topic you know absolutely nothing about, but you just quickly throw judgment, shame, and all that. What's the word for that? There's a word for that. When we speak about something that, yeah, it's ignorant. Ignorant. I am not responsible for the ignorance and the recklessness of others, nor will I apologize for the ignorance and the recklessness of others, as those actions have absolutely nothing to do with me, only when I am mentioned and my character is attacked, especially on a public scale, especially when my character is attacked by individuals, because there are people leading that on, all right? And I wish you all well, and I wish you all peace. But especially when my character was attacked on an ignorant basis, the silence around this thread, especially on Twitter, because there was so much chatter yesterday. Sometimes silence can speak volumes. Honestly, like it can honestly speak so loudly. But let's just go ahead and continue. What are situations where people need to get social workers, especially as young adults and going into adulthood? What are the needs for a social worker? Why would he already be in contact with one? Why would he speak about them in the present tense? Oh, right, because abuse in this household, violence in this household, sickness in this household, right? Sickness in this household has been ongoing. In fact, you all know that I don't cover things without full receipts. Or maybe some of y'all forgot. I guess. You know what? Honestly, I believe a lot of people forgot. It's actually quite obvious. So, if you all remember me saying that you do not have to donate to the GoFundMe, please put black hearts in my chat. I said this. And he grossed anywhere between 1 to 2 million followers across social media, and he's been on television. However, I just wanted to use my platform for something good to support someone because his situation hits home really hard for me. And that's why I did my Twitter spaces. That's why I've been discussing this with my members. And this is why I've been covering it in the style that I have been, because a part of me wanted to share some of that same positivity from my community and share that with him. Because unfortunately, in this day and age, when life happens, a lot of people like to act like they've never been through really harsh, dark realities. A lot of people like to act, I guess you can say, brand new, because what the actions of a lot of people are showing me is that a lot of people lack compassion, and it's sick. But I guess maybe it's more enjoyable to kick someone when they're down. But I guess I'll just let you guys in my chat answer, what do you gain kicking someone while they're down? And before I hear anything about Chantal, and before I hear anything about Nader, Amber, before I hear anything about that, remember, I'm the same person who never kicked them when they were down. Right, 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 right. If you all remember me discussing the song Anime Thighs that has gone viral on TikTok, can I just get a heart, a purple heart? We'll change it up. Like I told you all before, I reported the song. I have been trying my best. The song is on Spotify. It's well on YouTube. All I can really say is that the song unfortunately does sexualize minors. And guess what? The stepbrother Jose is referring to was playing that song all through the house. Jose is bringing these concerns to his mom. She's condoning the song being played. Right. 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 People are going to be purposefully obtuse to miss the point. That's fine. It's just don't deny the facts when they've been in your face, and don't blame me for your own reckless ignorance. Don't do that. Don't do that, darling. Don't do that. Right. Right. I love how purposely obtuse a lot of you are being, and it's obvious. And I know that this is not the majority of you. However, Jose was already in contact with several shelters. Jose did not want to give up his dogs to go be in a shelter, because I know exactly how some of you are, the ones who are being purposefully obtuse. Have mercy. Because if he were to leave his animals behind and then actually go and stay in the shelter, then you all would claim animal neglect and abuse. I understand the need, the urge to feel right about something. And what I don't understand is your urge to kick people while they're down. But a lot of you are the same people who've done it to me, which is why this stream is happening. I've been down this road. I just think it's really sick and disgusting that me trying to do something good and supporting a person turned into something so ugly because reckless ignorance took place. It's really interesting how ugly people can be.
Nothing, right? Nothing. So get out of my house.
I'm not getting out of your house.
If you see that, that's broken glass. That's broken glass. I do want to let you guys know. I want to let you guys know something right now. If they don't look familiar in my chat, especially you guys who are always here, don't bother responding. It's a reason why it's a lot of new faces in my chat right now saying the most. You can put that purposely obtuse, new faces. What is that? Don't bother arguing and responding with people who are willingly being purposefully obtuse. It's pointless. That's why we have the receipts here. That's why I have everything here to display what I'm talking about. But if I do see something out of pocket, I can also remove it myself. Don't worry about it. Let's share the screen, shall we? Let's do that. Let's do that. Because this was an ongoing issue in the household, with the mom turning a blind eye to it, the mom overlooking it, the mom not wanting to, I guess, accept or even call it out. Like, Jose should consider himself deceased to both her and the youngest sibling as a way to hurt Jose.
I have Jose on record saying that. But yes, indeed. Indeed. Right.
Let me show you all something. Let me make it bigger, right? Let me make it bigger because I understand, we got purposely obtuse in the chat. Okay. A lot of purposely obtuse, a lot of, yeah. So I don't know. Does that do it for you? This girl's video honestly covers a lot of what's been going on. I'm so thankful for supporters like her who come through. And you're welcome, Jose, especially if you're watching this. I wonder whose channel that was. Never heard of her. Don't know her. I wonder whose channel that was. Never heard of her.
We have no idea who that channel was because he didn't say your name publicly. He said this girl. I don't believe he ever mentioned you publicly by name or your channel name.
I don't want to extremely like publicize my DMs with Jose because I don't want to exploit him. I don't want to exploit him. I don't want to exploit the situation. I just wanted to send love from my community to his. I had no idea that this would get tainted in the way that it did. But it gets worse. It gets worse. I'm not done. Right.
I guess multiple streams, Twitter Spaces, and endless tweets don't qualify as exploiting the situation.
Right. I'm not done. It gets worse. It's worse because I provided all these receipts. I tweet things out and I provide receipts 9 times out of 10 before I go live, before I make a video. I give you guys the information. Brooke, you're not going to change your abusers. It came a time where you need to take control of your own way, and the way he handled it was just not it. But who says every survivor of abuse gets it right the first time? Or the second time? Or the third? I didn't know that there was specifically a correct way to go about being abused, right? So are we saying, because if there is a certain way that everyone, because honestly, I need that information seriously, because then that could aid to the discussion. Any survivor of abuse or neglect, then what are we condemning the way people ask for help now?
Victim shaming.
Totally. So what are you guys saying, right? Because I just want to know, and I genuinely want to know, because see, if there was an exact proper way, like a strategic direction to handle abuse and to overcome it and survive it and be on top of my game as an individual, right? You could have taught 17-year-old me a thing or two, right? You could have thought, you could have thought that, oh, well, maybe you should have did this way, right? You could have taught me something, right? Unfortunately, several don't even live to make the right decision. So when people pass away as victims of abuse and neglect, do we throw shame then? Do we condemn them? There would have been no need to discuss the Trevor Project. There would have been no need to discuss the NCADV. There would have been no need to discuss that, because everybody would have known the right way to go about surviving abuse and neglect, right? Right. To the multiple accounts saying the same thing, y'all are making it painfully obvious, and you wonder why I'm not highlighting your comment. But my thing is, like, I just want to know what is the actual direction, what is the right way to go about abuse, so that you can actually teach us something here in chat on this evening, because I didn't know there was a specific way to go about it. It's painfully hard. It's like multiple accounts saying the exact same thing. It's like, yikes. All right. I don't know much about the situation. I was thinking the guy was getting at, but was put out with 2 kids due to homophobia. But his dogs, yes, there are his dogs. Now, I understand that some people probably feel like, ho, 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 he should have just left the dogs. Because I do believe then that the topic of conversation would change to animal abuse. You guys don't ever want Chantal to leave Sam and BBJ when she's over there at Nader's. We talk about how wrong it is, how Chantal willingly, that's the difference here. Chantal willingly neglects her cats. Jose is willingly trying to help protect and take care of his animals. It's the difference. But of course, we're dealing with the unfortunate, purposefully obtuse in chat. So, but of course, I mean, to those of you who think that the dogs are not important, I guess Jose should have just left his dogs and just went and ran out the house and not did anything, because that totally solves all of his problems, right? And this next receipt is lovely. This next receipt is lovely. Pay very close attention. And to those of you questioning what I've done to help with Jose's trauma or the trauma of others, I need you all to see me when I say this, because this is really important. See me when I say this. My face is down here, but yeah, see me and see this. I donated to his GoFundMe. I discussed the Trevor Project and other resources for LGBTQIA plus adults, in addition to young adults and youth, right? Who end up in these situations like these because they can happen to anyone. If you are aware that situations like this can happen to absolutely anyone of any age, of any race, however they identify, whatever their sexuality is, these situations that happen to Jose can happen to anyone. It's not about race. It's not about how he identifies. It's not about any of that. This is a human being suffering, coming out about his story, who was sad and scared to tell the truth publicly about his story because of situations as I'm seeing, as I saw yesterday and currently seeing in my chat, right? I just is that not? How is that? And you heard the police clip earlier. Jose is not the aggressor. They have nothing. They have nothing. Right? And this is what gets me. This is what, bro, do you know that, like, oh, and what is this? Another receipt saying a lot of you also forget that I was the same one who did a fundraiser and aligned myself with the NCADV during the coverage of Anna Campbell, Chantal, and Nader's domestic issues. Oh, and this is a tweet from who's that tweet? And who are they mentioning in this tweet? Who are they mentioning in this tweet? Who is this tweet from? It's the NCADV. We're not crying at all. Thank you, Life of a Free Spirit, and your friends. I'll just say the Free Spirit community, right?
To my knowledge, that is the one and only time she publicly raised money for an organization. But hey, at least they thanked her by name.
Jose didn't even know how to make a GoFundMe. If you remember Jose saying he didn't know how to make a GoFundMe, and why the hell would he do that? Oh, am I just going to put a picture of me crying? Put a black heart in my chat. His chat had to hound him just to drop his Cash App. And even when he dropped his Cash App, he was just saying, you know, $1's fine. $1's fine. His chat had to hound him just to drop his Cash App.
Pin your Cash App. If I pin my Cash App, y'all gonna be like, oh, you a broke bitch. Like, I don't know. I'll pin it, I guess.
Right? Right? I'm gonna just go ahead and be very, very honest. The only reason the coverage of this has been brought to a broader scale is because the ignorance and the recklessness was brought to a broader scale. And I think that it was definitely taken advantage of, that this was a niche topic, and it was easier for someone to blow it up and turn it into a goddamn dumpster fire. But not everyone is a fucking train wreck like Chantal and Amber. And sometimes there are genuine people out there who just genuinely need help. But if it makes you feel better to take a niche topic to where I was just trying to use my platform to support someone, which I've done this before. But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot, though. So thanks for the learning lessons. You are reaching a breaking point to where the environment no longer suits you, and you're reaching a breaking point to where you're no longer being nurtured or cared for in your environment, to where your safety, your well-being, and even your very human life is no longer being valued. That is when you have to have your survival skills kick in, and you have got to survive for yourself. Was that statement not me trying to provide insight on people who feel similar? I thought I was doing nothing. I thought I did nothing. What have I done to help those with trauma? What have I done? I do a lot more than what anyone thinks. And it displays in my content. It displays in everything. I put everything right in everyone's faces. And it's really interesting to see. It's really interesting to see the willful ignorance. Now, you wouldn't like it if I told you that some of y'all are just as bad as Chantal. Right? You wouldn't like that, huh? You wouldn't like it if I said that some of y'all are just as bad as Chantal. The willful ignorance. Perpetuating narratives.
Similar things that they condone, right? Right.
To all my mods, I love you guys. I love my mods. I love you all. Let me take care of it, okay? Because they came out. It's like I'm on my queen of the damn shit. Come out wherever you are. I love this. Y'all have put me through this too many times on this platform for me to not understand how this goes. You guys make it quite easy, which is why I'll always continue to stand my ground. Oh, because we all are aware of a certain side that hates being told they're just like Chantal. We're aware of it. We're aware. That's why I said it. That's because that statement would only make a certain caliber of people angry. And yes, I said caliber of people. Because there are certain calibers of people just like Chantal. Yes, I said caliber. Indeed, I did. Indeed, I did. Also, I hope you all know that it's quite obvious that the title and the thumbnail of the stream was indeed intentional. And the title and thumbnail of the stream will change because I refuse to make an ass of myself. I refuse to make an ass of myself covering this topic, right? Covering this topic. I refuse to make an ass of myself covering this. Oh, I saw something here. This is absolutely disgusting. We know too many people who do this. This is absolutely disgusting, abhorrent. If the real Jose was in my chat, I would know. He would have a verified mark and I would probably receive a DM. This is abhorrent. You took it upon yourself to make an account like this and say that. How did it make you feel? Are you getting an adrenaline rush right now? How does it make you feel? Are you getting off on this? You're getting off on kicking others while they're down? Abhorrent. Abhorrent. And look, the chat turned mighty interesting, right? Mighty interesting. Once I said, some of you are just like Chantal. And every time I say that, they hit dogs holler. They do indeed. Wow. And for those of you who know, this is just a glimpse of what Twitter was like just yesterday. Just yesterday. All because, yet again, I chose to stand my ground. We have found ourselves in another situation to where I'm telling the truth. I stood my ground. I backed down to absolutely no one, and I'm standing firm. And yet again, it's upsetting a lot of people.
I heard him say how surprised he was that his mom kicked him out.
Even more receipts. Even more. So, to those of you who are wondering why this got so out of hand and so crazy, for what reason, I answered someone today and I said, the answer beats me. All I know is my character was attacked in her stream yesterday. If you all are aware of that live stream, then you all know. When she mentioned creators promoting Jose's scam, I responded, which is why I said this is beyond difference in opinions. Despite motives, this was ongoing. All of these are from different dates and times. I ignored it because I'm like, okay, you can have a difference in opinion, but it crosses the line when you attack my character. But let me just show you that this was ongoing and this is not just coming out of nowhere. And I did indeed ignore this yet again for a while because I was allowing people to have a difference of opinion. This is not what this is about, unfortunately. This is not what this is about. If this was simply about having difference of opinion, I would have literally ignored it like I did until my character was attacked. And I know damn well what the hell I'm talking about, right? Right. So the first one, okay. And that's the second one because a person was blocked, okay. The third one, okay, mad about the GoFundMe. I want to know, how does Jose's GoFundMe affect any of us in our personal lives if we're not donating? How does Jose's GoFundMe affect any of us here watching if we're not donating?
How does Jose's GoFundMe affect any of us in our personal lives if we're not donating? How does Jose's GoFundMe affect any of us here watching if we're not donating?
Right.
Did Norma's GoFundMe affect your personal life? I'm just wondering because you had an awful lot to say about it even after she died. In fact, I made an entire video about it. We can formulate opinions about things we see on the internet. The difference with you is that 99.9% of your opinions are hypocritical. You do not apply your same so-called standards for Yaba, and girl world in general, to yourself.
The minute I started quote tweeting with the receipts, some of the same receipts that I showed you all about Jose, the same receipts, when I started quote tweeting with those same receipts yesterday, that's when I was blocked.
I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark here, but maybe you were blocked because you were bombarding her Twitter with a bunch of non-receipts.
I didn't accuse anyone of doing CP. Unfortunately, this is one of the horrific things that Jose's mom allowed in the house. But my thing is to speak so loudly, right, and so blatantly ignorant in a way that is actually detrimental to the character of multiple people. In fact, attack my character, right? Are you condoning it then? Are you condoning it then?
Are you condoning it then?
And there you have the classic Callie double down. Even after she half-heartedly tried to backtrack on that statement, she still went for the double down.
Just be honest and say you didn't know the full story. Just be honest and say that you're ignorant. Be honest and say that you were ignorant. Willful ignorance is a different thing. We've seen a lot of willful ignorance in my chat. But there's nothing wrong with saying, hi, I got this wrong. Oh my goodness, I didn't know what I was talking about. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But of course, this is YouTube where everything has to be taken to the nth degree for some bullshit. Right. But I know one thing. Any and every time my character is attacked, anytime and every time I know damn well I'm telling the truth about a situation and I have the actual receipts and the proof, I will present them. And I will no longer be gaslit into dumbass arguments about who's right, who's wrong, who's that. I'm not going to be baited into that. The facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. Because if there's such a rush to slam Jose, kick him while he's down, and do all of this, I hope you understand what you're condoning. And that was my point yesterday. I hope you understand what you're condoning. You don't know the story either because you weren't there, LOL. Nor do you know Jose on a personal level. I already said that I've had my discussions with him in DMs, but that's fine. And I don't know him on a we kick it every day, all day basis. All right. But I've been a supporter for years. Okay. I'm not going to allow anyone to gaslight me into petty arguments. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing because it displays the willful ignorance. Like I said, a lot of people have that same mindset, just like Chantal. It meant so much to an individual to not be wrong about something. It meant so much. You don't even know what you're condoning. If you're aware of me saying silence is being complacent, please put a black heart in my chat. Because silence is being complacent. You can admit, hey, I didn't know the details about the situation. If you can quote tweet me about a difference in opinion, you can also quote tweet the receipts that I was providing the entire time. Right? Yeah. Right. What was the point in bringing? What was the point? I don't know what the point was. I don't know what the point in attacking my character was. I don't know what the point in poisoning this topic was. I'm not understanding the point, and I'm not understanding how was this beneficial in any way aside from views. Right. I just think it's funny how we can call certain things out, but not other things out, especially when they're on the same wavelength. I guess it just depends on who the subject is around.
Kind of like you believe you shouldn't be called out, and we should only call out Amber and Chantal? Kind of like that?
This was a niche topic that I was covering on my own, and someone felt so hell-bent to bash the hell out of Jose and me for covering this, promoting a scammer. And it's like, if you can quote tweet, and you were quote tweeting me for so long, but you were purposefully overlooking the other receipts, because I have other receipts.
If you can quote tweet and you were quote tweeting me for so long.
Were you purposely overlooking? In fact, I had a whole, if you guys remember, okay, this is, put another purple heart in my chat.
Purple heart in my chat.
Purple hair.
Purple hair.
Can you all put a purple heart in my chat? We had a Twitter Spaces, right? This was before things got really ugly too. I brought so much awareness to this. There was plenty of opportunity to have conversation around the topic. Just because you weren't there for it is no one's fault. But don't bash my character and attack me for standing my ground and telling the truth about a situation that I was covering from the get-go. And when I call you on your ignorance, and when I call you on your recklessness, and when I call you and say, hey, by bashing this person, sending hostility to this person, there's no benefit, and you're actually being complicit in some of the actions that he's criticizing his own mother for, do not get upset with me then, because you were given ample time. Don't do that. Don't do that. It was so funny to laugh and bash me and all of these things. And now I speak up. Everything was peaceful until somebody stuck their nose into a situation they didn't know or care about. You'd be surprised about a lot of people who don't care about the subject. But that's the thing. It's okay to not care about this. If you don't care, then why are you saying something? That's my thing. That's another thing too. If you don't care, then why are you saying something? Right? Moving the goalposts, LOL. The blind will say blind. You guys seen it in my chat. You guys have just seen it in my chat. In fact, some of the same accounts who were so aggressive in the beginning are a little bit more, whatever, I guess now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say that they're more copacetic now, because it's not like we're all hunky-dory in the chat. But some of the same ones who were super aggressive are changing their tone because of the receipts, right?
No, the receipts didn't make them change their tone. They were all blocked.
Indeed. And I'm not the queen of research. And I'm not the actual queen of receipts. Anybody can have receipts. Anyone can do research, right?
And I'm not the actual queen of receipts.
Girl, we know you're not the actual queen of receipts. We know.
Someone overfed the trolls. Baby, do you know all it takes for them to come out is to say a lot of you are just like Chantal? And around we go, my love. And around. That's all it takes, babe. I was trying to nip them in the bud, but my mods got them and stuff. The queen of teaching and believing everything you hear online. Norma, I believe that's you, because why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? She was so mad earlier. She's still here. She's still mad. What's the point? You don't care so much. You care enough to make an account to be in my chat and engage and provide views to this live stream, which indeed will be added to my channel. The main lesson is to just be careful talking about subjects that you're ignorant about on the internet. For real, seriously, be careful. And you need to check your sources, validate your sources.
Right.
So once again, I would never provide criticism that I don't abide by myself. Have I provided any criticism in the stream that I don't abide by already by myself? And y'all thought y'all were gonna get a Callie rage, curse everybody out stream. No, child. For what? I said what the hell I had to say. Some people are so quick to bash and degrade others that they don't know what they're supporting in hindsight. If you would have just had a little bit of incentive to look a little deeper and further, a little bit. All I did was take a little bit. But I could have quote tweeted with the receipts that were right behind my original post about Jose, but that would have made someone look even worse than what they already look on their own. So I just figured current receipts.
Current receipts from 2015.
Right. A lot of people don't survive. This is why we had these conversations. Let me link my original stream where I covered Jose and gave the backstory and the background and the details, almost like I did 2 weeks ago and been doing for the past 2 weeks. Let me do that because so many people have sworn that I never provided a backstory. And to those of you all who did take your time this evening to listen to me and hear me out, I really appreciate you. And I value you guys a lot. Mwah. Take it easy.
Twitter Spaces. Make yourselves known. 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
People will willfully turn a blind eye if I'm the one getting dumped on and so it puts me in a position to where I have no choice to defend myself. Now the way I defend myself is a lot different, which is another reason why I clickbaited today's stream. I wanted people to think that I was going to do a rage old school Callie cuss everybody the fuck out stream. I wanted y'all to think that, and it's because hit dogs holler. There was no need to escalate, and there was most certainly no need to attack my character.
I was totally confused, trying to catch up. That basically you said that she condoned child porn. Now you know better than that. Everybody that knows Yaba knows better than that. So as a mother, she's thinking the way that I would think is, how dare you think that I condone the bullshit?
It was a question to the community, but yes, keep going. I'm listening to you.
I wasn't going to choose sides, but I was trying to get the opinion of everybody and try to figure out what was going on. And then when I saw the response to D, that hurt my heart a little bit, I'm not going to lie, because she is going through a lot that I won't discuss on here.
I have personal contact information with Dee, and I am well aware of what she's going through, and I had to state my point about her because she knows where I stand on a lot of stuff, and of course she has my support in her personal life endeavor. Yeah. However, I'm kind of tired of supporting people in general. This is in general. There's a lot of y'all, and I'm going to say y'all because it's like, I love how it's like hella people here, and a lot of them I don't recognize. Hello. But a lot of y'all I support in DMs. A lot of you all I've befriended before. He's seen me through multiple communities. He's seen me fall out of these friendships because the minute the popular opinion
sways away from me, you'd be surprised how many people follow. I talk about this all the time. D in particular, she's not here, so I'm not going to like speak on her behalf. I thought she knew me better than that, and that's what I'm going to leave it at that. Why should I expect otherwise? I don't want to invalidate you and say that it's an opinion of that someone is purposely started this shit with Yaba and I, only because Yaba was quote tweeting me and bashing Jose for the entirety that I was covering his story. And I felt like, to be honest, I kind of felt like she was trying to bait me anyway, to be real, because she's done that before. Come on, we've seen her do it before. All right. And that's another thing too. It's like, why quote tweet these things and not the receipts that I'm putting behind it? Because the receipts have been there. I mean, way back, right? Why quote tweet these specific things? And then when he blocks you because you're bashing him, and because that shit hurt him. He's tired of being bashed. Jose is. He's tired of that shit. So of course he's going to block that shit. People are entitled to the block button. Just like how I'm entitled to the mute button and the block button and whatever else. I'm entitled to tell my side just like anybody else. I'm sorry. It does take a different kind of person to kick someone when they're down, especially repeatedly bash them, especially when the receipts were there. Until my character was attacked, I wouldn't have said anything because, like I said, it was going to be another situation to where if I hadn't said anything, no one else would have. And Callie's just over here getting fucking bashed, as always. Bash me in peace. And people love to shit on me in peace. But, Callie say something. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. I'm cooking right now, so I'm like looking away while talking to you guys. Yeah, if only you could smell the food through the screen.
What you cooking? I'm hungry.
I will always defend myself. I will always stand up for myself. I don't give a fuck who it is. Y'all have seen me go through this enough. You all know how I handle myself when I'm defending myself, and you all see that, like, I will not even defend my damn self if I don't have facts to back it up. And it's like, I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care. And to be honest, I don't care if it's your fave. Fucking MGK was disrespectful to us at the meet and greet to our faces. And I had I support him. I support him again. Now, do I ever want to meet him again? No. But dude, and I had DMs of people who were at that same meet and greet saying they were scared, they were worried. So that's my proof. I don't give a fuck if it's your fave. If they come at me, they disrespect me, they disrespect my character, I will defend myself, period. And I love how everybody is saying that I directly accused Yaba of condoning child porn when I was like questioning, and that was an opposing question to the entire community, including myself. I did not know that this is what we were condoning. Since is we just Yaba specifically? And I mentioned, and I brought to your attention in this fucking tweet right here, I'm staring at it, Jose's mom condoned it in the house. And that's a bigger fucking problem. When I said that, I didn't know that we were condoning, and that's the thing. I didn't know that we were condoning this. So that puts me in that question, doesn't it? Would I be calling myself a person who condones CP? It was proposing a question to the entire community. I could not believe my eyes. I have never seen so many people talk about how they don't want to, I don't care, I can give less than a damn, I don't even know who Jose is. Guess what? I said you don't even have to donate. I said these things, but people purposely obtuse. Just because it's your fave doesn't make it right, sus. I know that a lot of y'all hate me. I know a lot of y'all dislike me. I own it. I'm still here. No one is going to silence me and run me off the platform because I'm scared. But what is scary is the amount of people who were afraid to speak up, which is why those of you who did say, hey, she was attacking your character in yesterday's stream. Hey, yeah, you never said that she condoned CP. That's why you all get deep appreciation from me, because you all see it. When everyone wants to complain about my voice clip from yesterday, no one is mentioning the fact, not even here, not even anywhere, no one's mentioning the fact that I said, Yaba, if you have a problem with me, say that then. Just say it, please, because it would make it a lot more simpler. But no, we're going to play these games. We're going to make it about Jose. Honey, I was covering Jose in my damn corner by myself. Let me have that. If a lot of y'all don't care, y'all don't give a damn, let me have that. Right? You all know damn well if I had not spoken up about Amber bashing me for my fibroids and ovarian cysts, no one would have. This is a similar situation. Alex, you did come to meeting DMs, and I appreciate that. Like, no one wants to cause friction, but no one's gonna, like, speak up on my behalf. I was not expecting her to block me after I quote tweeted her with the receipts. I was not. The minute I quote tweeted her with receipts, it was blocked on site because when I went to quote tweet again, you guys know how I did several quote tweets, gone. And I was like, wow. And do you guys want to know something else? I know so many of you all here probably don't want to believe it. But it's fine. That's what receipts are for. If I wouldn't have said anything yesterday, it would have gotten worse. I refuse. I will always stand my ground. I don't care who likes it. I don't care who's here for it. This is who I've always been. Motherfuckers hate me anyway. Y'all act like just because I'm hated and have all this shit that I'm supposed to be scared. I'm not scared like y'all. Afraid to speak out against my faith. In fact, my channel is about calling my faves out. Do we not remember the fucking MGK video? Do we not fucking remember the shit? I even used to support Amber. Damn! Authorities are also involved. And if the authorities know about it, it is slanderous to say it's not true if there's proof of authorities knowing about it, right? I don't fucking lie to you guys. I have never lied to you guys. I don't fucking bash you guys. I don't. When someone's in need, someone's in, needs some help, some support, I support you. I send love and positivity your way. But it shocked me to the core almost to see how many people were willing to kick Jose while he was down, kick Jose while he's talking about abuse. And he's over here trying to do the right thing. And to see so many people who were like, he should have just left the dogs behind. Now, you know damn well people would not let that fly. But because this is someone people don't know and quote unquote don't give a fuck about, and because it involves me covering it, people love to shit on me, period. Let's just go ahead and acknowledge it. Even when I first started covering Jose, in my comment section, I had people, questioning the validity of his story and all this, right? Dude, if it was that deep, I would have been screenshotting every comment and saying, bitch. But differencing of opinion, I could care less. But when you attack my character for something I know is true, and I have a lot more insight than a lot of you do, I'm going to defend myself. I don't care if it's your fave. I just don't. I don't care if it's your fave. Everybody hates me, and that gives me fucking freedom, actually, right? Because then I don't have to be afraid of anybody, and I'm not. It could have literally been anyone. It could have been anyone else, and I would have had the same response. Is this what we are condoning? Because a lot of you did not know how deep and dark it was, and I knew that. And I wanted to demonstrate how reckless it is to display this willful ignorance to a situation. How many times do we see reckless YouTubers spread misinformation and they get that backlash? Like, if she wanted to cover this story and give her side, that's fine. If she wanted to do a lab and do a healthy debate, come on now. I fucked with Yaba. I had no fucking gripe with her. I even said, I love how everybody's so focused on my voice clip. In the fucking beginning of my voice clip, I said I had no qualms with her. Y'all know I supported her. I said that yesterday in yesterday's fucking voice clip. But nobody wanted to hear that shit. I don't like fighting with people either. And I don't like fucking seeing people who I call myself cool with attacking my character on subjects they don't know anything about. Girl, they flip on you, child. They out here doing the Olympics. They flip so fucking fast without any facts. Or they ignore that. That's the shit I get tired of. Imagine how I feel, and you guys have seen this, when I actually befriend motherfuckers. And we get close, and then they pull that goddamn acrobat shit. You know what? Like, I get tired of it. And I go through it a lot because I am kind to a lot of people who don't deserve my kindness. Not everyone is deserving of kindness. But I don't have it in my heart to bash people, to kick them while they're down, to attack people's character. And especially without actual facts. Every time I've criticized Amber Chantal, it's facts, it's receipts, it's whatever. Like, I just don't understand why it's like rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, girl, I don't understand it either, because you apparently expect everyone else to be held to a completely different standard than you hold yourself to.
Okay, so we can spread reckless info and we can just do that? Cool, because that sounds dangerous, and that actually does sound like something I don't want to be a part of. So if that's what we're doing here, thanks for letting me know, because I'm not going to abide by that either. I put a little bit of bass behind my voice when I make points. And that, I guess, rubs people off the wrong way, but I'm not going to have anybody police my tone. I went through that the first time I had drama on this platform with CJ and Repzilla. I will never allow anyone to police my tone. We've been through this, y'all. No one's gonna have my back like me. No one's gonna. Well, I got Shane. You know what I'm saying, and he's an absolute sweetheart. But like, no one's gonna have my back like me. Like, and I don't give a fuck if it's your fave. I don't care if it's your baby mama. I don't care if it's your home girl from up the street. And I don't give a fuck if it's Chantal. Bro, you come for me, you attack my character, I will respond. I'm not fucking bowing down. If she would have left it at a difference of opinion, that was fine until she attacked my character. And like I said, I was even seeing her quote tweeting me, and it felt like bait, to be honest, it did. But even if she wanted to have a healthy debate, to be honest, I was just waiting for Yaba to either stop, like, bashing him, or, like, share some receipts of him, or, like, maybe come to me. I was waiting for her to either stop or, like, open the conversation up. She did not do that. She chose to bash and attack him and my character instead. I would have been open to a public healthy debate. Oh, it's quiet in here. I guess I didn't say too much truth. Child, every time I say too much truth, oh, I'll be quiet. Because you know they thought it was going to be a rage stream. That was my favorite part. I'm like, I'm going to make a stream. It's going to say, fuck that. It's going to be like back in the day, Callie Rage. Pull up an old school Callie Rage where everybody is a bitch, a motherfucker, and a hoe ass bitch, and their mama is a bitch. Pull up one of my old streams where I would literally get up there and actually rage. And guess what? It's not worth my energy to do that. And I've learned that a long time ago. But it's always worth it to defend myself, 1000%. It will always be worth it to defend myself. I'm sorry. Like, no one's going to come to my defense. No one's going to, stand up for me or whatever like me. I was okay until my character was attacked. And this is the thing. I do genuinely wish her peace. If Yaba wants to continue bashing Jose and all that, I'm going to be real. I don't want no parts in that. I've worked too hard covering the story, and I have more work to do covering his story. And I refuse to switch my narrative now because of some backlash. I hate so badly that this shit got tainted. Like, I cannot tell you guys how badly I fucking hate this shit. The same community that embraced me with open arms about my schizophrenic mother and the abuse that I've gone through and my physical abuse, the child abuse, my DV that I experienced, the same fucking people, like, because I saw some of the same folks, are like bashing someone who was in a very similar situation to me. You guys, I was homeless. I lost everything I had in 2016. Only 5 years ago, bitch. It's only been 5 years. And to see some of the same folks, and I'm like, send support, send love, I'll cover this, and I just wanted to, show him that he's supported, because I remember how much that positivity meant to me. Bitch. I'm like, okay, so you know what? Fuck it then. Whoever is here, and whoever is not. People were going to choose sides anyway. They always do. And if they don't, that's fine. But when it comes to me, they really do. It's easy to shit on me. It's easy to say fuck Callie, which is why I don't care about the bleeding subscribers and all this, because I am always the one. People shit on me at first. They say all this. They bash me to death. And then months later, you're right. I shouldn't have said. It's like, fuck y'all. I don't lie to you guys. That's the fucking thing. I felt like I feel like I've proven my worth to this fucking platform, but I guess not. I have never lied to you guys. But look, I have never fucking lied. There's no excuse for doxing ever.
Except for when Callie does the doxing. Then it's all excused and a-okay.
Jose did say, like, remember when I gave her y'all's phone number and I said, make her stop. Like that. It's social media, and it's crazy because, he's been on TV and stuff. And it's like, I think that he would know, the dangers of doxing and shit. But it was kind of crazy to see him, like, not have knowledge of that. Because you can hear when he's talking to the cop, he genuinely didn't know. And he's type 1 diabetic, and he wasn't eating properly because he was afraid to, go around the family for food in the kitchen. Bro, it was he's 27. He can't be abused for me. Like, bro. And I'm going to close the space, but I do thank all of you for coming to even listen.
I'm going to jump off too because I got to get. So everybody, you have a good night.
1000%, Alex, baby. 1000%. And you for literally everything, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm still trying to catch my mod. So if you find that mod, let me know, okay? Because obviously I'm in the chat. All right, so because I didn't want to have to blast it, but I'm gonna blast it, I guess.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right, baby.
All right, bye.
Okay, so maybe I'll just ask y'all's help. I'm trying to catch a mod of mine who I guess is being rogue in Discords, like talking hella shit, but still like modding for me.
Alex is the one who brought it to my attention, and I do have screenshots, but I'm trying to catch them. They're in fucking Discord under a sus ass name. Like all of my mods either have direct. I mean, all my mods are pretty identifiable, right? But bro, this person, and they have a different Twitter handle, and it looks like they might have multiple socks. So I'm just trying to catch them, and like, ugh.
Were they in tonight's chat? Yes!
I had no mods in today's chat talking shit to me or talking shit about me. Not today. I did not. I'm gonna go back and see if I did. But this person, I guess, was aligning themselves with like whatever the fuck I was saying, like acting cool in my chat. But they're in Discord tearing shit up, and I'm like, bro, don't fucking act like you support me publicly and then shit on me privately, bitch. I call that shit out. So I started trying to catch them, and it was unsuccessful, and I'll catch them eventually. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all take it easy, and just thank you for listening.
More tweets from Callie, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I never said that. Public video. 13 minutes.
Hello, I am making this video because I just tweeted out these tweets, and I want to make it abundantly clear what I said and what exactly I did not say. All receipts, yet again, will be included about this, including my voice note from Twitter, which unfortunately the purposefully obtuse, have mercy, took so far out of context. I said in this current tweet, as stated in my spaces earlier, I had a spaces where I discussed and we talked about different sides, and a lot of you all came and gave me your thoughts, and essentially it was just providing clarification from my stream. As stated in spaces earlier, I never stated that Yaba herself condoned CP. In fact, I said I would provide proof of Jose's mom who did, which is, that's true. But of course, we're dealing with the purposefully obtuse. Have mercy. But what I was questioning was the community as a whole. I was indeed. By seeing the willful bashing and the blatant ignorance and recklessness that spread throughout this exact community on this subject was actually baffling towards me, to be honest. I was like, that was quite the display there. And that's why I also tweeted earlier that I wish Yaba nothing but peace, and all those involved in that display, I just wish you well, because I don't understand the benefits of kicking someone while they're down, and I didn't know that it was okay to speak on topics without doing proper research.
Why don't you help people cope with trauma instead of causing more issues? Right? Everybody's been through something. That don't mean we all get to go out here and act like fools on TikTok, exposing people and trying to cause people to lose their jobs. If you're trying to get your mother to lose her job, then say why you want her to lose her job. Say because that woman condoned me being abused.
I stated that many of you were quick to bash Jose ignorantly and recklessly. And guess what? I am not responsible for your actions, your ignorance, or your recklessness, which is indeed a fact. I am only responsible for my own actions. And I said, mind you, the word we includes myself. So would it be assumed that I condone such sickness? Of course not. But many of you changed your tune as soon as this information resurfaced, especially as I dropped the receipts, which is exactly why I went live today.
No one changed their tone after the receipts were dropped. People said what they wanted to say and then moved on because it's impossible to argue with you, and most were blocked. The receipts proved nothing as per usual when it comes to you.
And once again, calling out the fact that you all wanted to indeed bash people in peace and got mad the minute I defended myself and stood up for myself, especially once my character was attacked yesterday, which many of you have confirmed. And I don't care if she did not name names. She's talking about creators promoting Jose. And it was discussed, and it has been spotted earlier, the only creator discussing Jose in this community is myself. No one else has picked up this story. I mean, everyone has so much to say about a topic they allegedly care nothing about, which is so interesting to me. In addition to my character being attacked and that being the sole reason why I spoke up yesterday, If this was simply about difference in opinion, guess what? I could have just ignored and continued to ignore Yaba's tweets and statements about Jose blocking her not agreeing with the video that I shared, the first initial video when I picked up the story, right? Because I understood that she could have a different opinion. But once my character was attacked, you best believe I'm going to defend myself. And I don't care who it's up against. I think I've always displayed that in my channel. And the last time I checked, it was my right to defend myself. In addition to the fact that I've never lied. I never lied. And once again, I never said that Yaba directly condones this. I never said that. I never said that. I said I was going to provide evidence of Jose's mom condoning that in the household, along with evidence of the abuse, etc., etc., which I did. But then it got very, very quiet once I showed those receipts. Just like how it's going to be very, very quiet as more comes out. Because I never lied. And I'm not going to really go back and forth with the tone policing. You seem smug, you seem this. That's all a lot of people ever really have to say whenever I stand my ground in a solid way and make valid points confidently. It's confidence. It's not being smug. In fact, I have become the person who is tired of having those conversations because while there are some who listen, there's many who enjoy not only not listening, but they actually get off on inciting the racism within this community. And I clocked that back in September, and we see what happened. I'm tired of it. I don't owe you an explanation as to why POC used the word. Of course, the purposefully obtuse wanted to take all these points and stretch and reach and accuse me of reaching, etc. At the end of the day, this resulted in my character being attacked due to reckless ignorance being spread. But months from now, when it seems that, and it shows that me covering this story does not only prove out to be true, but it turns out that I was keeping my truth, standing my ground, keeping consistent with my coverage, I can already see how the tables turn, because with me on this channel, they always do. The only thing is, this has opened my eyes up to a lot, and I needed to see it. So how I may govern myself accordingly might not be what you expect, and that's my right. So I wish you all nothing but the best, and good night.
Yaba's response.
Right before Christmas, bitch! Right before New Year's, bitch! I had a nervous break! I'm sorry!